Apart from drinking a lot of coffee at the moment, working from home really does kind of present a whole new set of challenges, which really just complements the fucking chaos that is the world right now. What I wanted to give you were the things that I have learned in my 2 years spent working from home. So please let me share with you my wisdom. First of all, the morning sets up your entire day. So what you do, quite literally, in the first hour of your day really determines how the rest of the day is going to go. Now, for some of you guys, training first thing is what you need to do. You need to focus on that, especially if you're someone that either procrastinates training or is just feeling a little bit down about this whole situation. Training is going to make you feel better. It's just going to give you a little boost, a really nice pick-me-up, and I really recommend getting it done first thing in the morning. So have your gym gear laid out by your bed, have your gym shoes right there, and you can put it straight on. Don't eat, don't do anything, just go into the gym, into the garage, into the backyard, wherever your training gear is, and move your body. Then come in and start your day. Now, for some of you who normally do really early morning sessions, this is actually probably a nice time to just sleep in a little bit. Please go get some more sleep, catch up on some Z's. It is really good to get that extra sleep. Don't feel bad about it. Don't feel like the time that you wake up is really, really critical. You can sleep in a little bit, okay? But when you do get up, you got to get ready. Now, I know that things like traffic and your commute to work and the time that you're meant to be in the office and the time that your meetings are and when email responses have to go back out and whatever it is that you have with regards to deadlines throughout your day, without them, we kind of are at a loss as to how to create structure. But you can still create deadlines throughout your day. And what it means is that if you block out certain amounts of time to do certain things, you can be more productive, you can get more done in your day, and it also means that you can kind of spread things out well and just make sure that you get everything that you know you need to get done. So everything that happens in your day, anything that you want done, from work, from training to laundry and meditating or stretching, put that in your schedule and write it down. So once you've done your training or maybe you've had your breakfast, write it down on a piece of paper. And you can see mine. I have a notebook and I write everything down, including the number of clients and their names that I have to contact that day, and I can cross it off. I also write down what time I have my phone calls scheduled in or meetings, and then I also write down what time I am training that day. So I put it all in there, and then if there are any other jobs or chores or whatever, it goes onto my schedule as well. So write it down. Make a plan for what time you will start and finish that thing, and have it right next to where you're working, okay? Breakfast can be a time that can bring about some decision making that is just too hard for us to do at that point in the morning. So my recommendation is have 1 or 2 breakfasts and just fucking rotate them. We are creatures of habit. Take advantage of it. You can quite literally have the same breakfast every day. And it means that you don't have to think about food first thing in the morning. You can go on autopilot, just put something together and have it ready. For me, it's either oats and some fruit with maybe some protein powder mixed into it, or it's eggs, some veggies, and maybe some potato. Those are my 2 breakfasts. That's what I have. If I don't make those 2 things, I probably won't eat. I'll probably have something random and pick throughout the day. So something that is real similar, 1, maybe 2 options, and just repeat those things. Now, something else that I started doing in my mornings, which was really, really nice, is I started doing a little bit of journaling and a little bit of reading. So if you have the luxury, if you have the time, I do recommend doing that. The Daily Stoic is what I started reading. It is 1 page a day, and it's a really nice entry to some Stoic philosophy, which right now everybody could use a little bit of. So this is from Ryan Holiday. He's the guy who wrote The Obstacle is the Way, also The Ego is the Enemy. So if you've heard of those or you like them, you will love this. It quite literally has a quote or a meditation from a Stoic philosopher and his interpretation of it. I have written some notes in here myself. I've underlined things that I like. If I can find one, there's some there. So I kind of make it nice and messy, and I do with it what I want. So it's 1 page a day, and that's a nice way to start your day off. Now, the other one is the 5-minute journal. This sucker is the best. I highly recommend everyone get this because it gives you a tool to practice gratitude. And it's 5 minutes a day. It's another 1 page a day thing. So you have a section for the morning and a section for the evening. You're asked about things that you're grateful for. You're asked about things that you want to accomplish for the day and affirmations for the day. And then at the end of the day, it's things that went amazing and things that you want to improve on. Super simple. The prompts are really nice. And in terms of like actually putting gratitude into practice, this is the best thing that I've ever done, because gratitude is something everyone talks about and everyone wants to practice gratitude, and we should be more grateful and we're going to be happier if we are, but it's like saying it and doing it are two totally different things, and writing it down is the practice that everyone needs with regards to gratitude. So it's always three things. I would always pick one big thing, one thing that was like, I'm just really grateful for the ground beneath my feet, or the body that I have to carry me through this life, or my family, something big, something that kind of connects me to the universe and my purpose. And then the other two, I usually would make it something specific to like training maybe, and something specific to like my day. So something a little bit smaller, something on a more micro scale, and that was really, really directed towards something that I was going to be doing that day. So I can really proactively practice gratitude whenever I feel that in. Then it's time to work. So having a workspace is really important. Make sure that you have a dedicated space to work that has few distractions. So if you're sharing a house with people, don't be in the kitchen. If you have kids, don't be where they're watching TV. Okay, just find your own space. It may mean that you have to put up a temporary office in your bedroom, somewhere where you can close the door and just block everything out. Okay, you might even have a stand-up desk that can be really nice if you're not very good at sitting down for long periods of time. Having that stand-up option is really, really good, and it's very easy to set that up. You can quite literally stack some stuff, some boxes, some books, and put your computer up on that, or use some drawers or a cupboard. I use a filing cabinet from IKEA as my stand-up desk. It's a really, really simple way to just have a seating version and a standing version of my workspace. With your workspace, make it something that you like. If you can be by a window, be by a window. If you can have some nice stationery, have some nice stationery. Make it attractive to you, okay? If you can separate all of your spaces, your play, your work, your sleep, your cooking, that's going to make life a lot easier for you to compartmentalize the things that you have to do. Otherwise, it all starts to blend. Now, in terms of food, just like you schedule your work and your breaks and your training, schedule in when you're going to eat. Give yourself time. So give yourself like an hour or two to have your lunch. Maybe you want to watch a bit of TV or scroll through the socials. Give yourself another hour to do some cooking and eating, and maybe some meal prep in the evening. Like, give yourself that time. And the best thing you can do to stay on track with your food is have food ready. Okay, so the meal prep thing is like the biggest determinant of you being successful with regards to your goals and with regards to staying healthy. Like, the most successful people that I've worked with all of the nutrition coaching that I've done, with the hundreds of people that I've coached, the one determining factor that tells me how successful they are going to be is what their meal prep habits are, what their cooking habits are, okay? The more that you cook from home and have food ready, the healthier you generally are and the better you are at being consistent. So get in the habit of cooking from home. Something to build on that is do a big shop. Don't do a whole lot of small shops. It's very easy to fall into the trap of going back and forth from the supermarket because you have time. You don't have to get everything. If you need to go back, you can. Don't let yourself think like that. Get everything you need in one shop, get home, have it all, have it ready. So you need to plan out what your meals are going to be. You need to have an idea of what you want to cook for that week, okay? Maximum do 2 shops. And here's the other thing. The supermarkets are fucking packed. Everybody and their fucking grandma and their dog are at the supermarket. Like, I've never seen supermarkets so busy. So please avoid going to the supermarket. Like, it's one of our essential things that will never close down, and it seems like all of the general public are at the supermarket at the moment. So I highly recommend that you do not make multiple trips back and forth, even daily trips to the supermarket. Like, you don't want to be in that place. You don't want to be in contact with people in the way that they are in the supermarket, because people are crammed in there at the moment. Keep away from the supermarket. Do one big trip a week and have all your food ready to go. The other thing that you can do is find ways to build momentum. So the habits that you are starting to put into practice with things like your schedule and when you're training and working and the food that you're prepping, and find ways to kind of visualize that. And the greatest tool that I have is that I have a whiteboard and I write it all down. And I think if you've been following me for a while, you've seen my whiteboards, and I literally draw up a week. And if you don't want to draw it up, Kmart sells whiteboards that have a month like measured out with tape or some fancy stuff on their whiteboards. That's like $10. So you can buy one of those, and on each day I get one tick every time I train, and I get another tick every time I hit my macros or I eat really well. Okay, very, very simple. You can make it very complex if you want, but I tend to find if you put too many things in there, like too many things that you want to tick off, like I want to meditate for 5 minutes every day, I want to make sure I get 8.5 hours sleep every day, I got to do my brown blood. If you put too many things on there that you cannot accomplish each day, you're going to start seeing more crosses than you see ticks. And you're going to start seeing how you're failing rather than seeing how you're winning. Because you're still, even if you're not hitting it every day, like you're still doing more than you were before, but unfortunately it feels like you're failing. So make it really simple, make it something that you can just tick one or two things that you know that are going to be easy for you to do, and it just takes a little bit of effort to get your session done with training and to make sure that you eat pretty well across the day, okay? That's going to allow you to be more consistent. When you can see a whole week of ticks, that feels real good. I don't know why, I don't know what it does. Ticking off my whiteboard is like the best feeling at the end of the day, and that gives me motivation to want to do it again. I want more ticks. Sometimes I will even get ahead of myself because I want to see a whole week of like really good ticks, and I'll often add it up at the end of the week, so I know that I got 6 out of 7 ticks, or I got 5 out of 7, whatever it is, and I'm trying to maintain the highest possible average across all the weeks that I get my ticks. So having that visual is really nice. You can do it as a whiteboard that's magnetic on your fridge. You can have it stuck up on the wall in your kitchen like I do. You might have it in your bedroom. Another easy way to do this is get a whiteboard marker and write on the mirror in your bathroom. You're going to see that thing every single day. So writing on that is really easy. It's also very easy to clean. You don't have to hang anything up on the walls. So get yourself a whiteboard marker and simply start writing on your mirror a tick for every time you train and a tick for every time that you eat well. Okay, something really simple to help you carry on through these tough and challenging times at home. So I hope that gives you some ideas to help you create some routine and bring some just structure into your day. It really comes down to like how you start your day. So build yourself the ultimate morning routine. Take advantage of it. Do things that you really want to do, and then practice doing them. They're not going to happen automatically. Writing a schedule will help, but it doesn't mean that it's going to be automatic. You got to practice actually doing them and enjoying the process. Okay, it really is about just kind of falling in love with testing things and trialing things and seeing what works for you and what you like and what helps you get things done throughout the day and what makes you a better worker from a homer. Yeah, that's about it. All right.